Today we're talking about the number 18 represented by the Hebrew letter Tzaddi and the constellation Aquarius. At its core, it's about indecision, deciding between the high road or not the high road, the ego. The 18 feels a lot of pressure about making a decision, so it gives away its power coming from that 9 by outsourcing its decision. So instead it seeks validation, guidance, or just leans on others for that advice. It's in the process of making that decision, but it's heavily influenced by outside sources or sources of itself, its past, or its future. This leads us to our next point. It's heavy in its mind. The 18 is stuck in the past in its mind, based off of things it did, leading to feelings of unworthiness due to shame and guilt, or anger coming from the 9, or it's stuck in its head about the future, dreaming all sorts of things that hasn't even happened yet. But we need to remind ourselves that this isn't real. The 18 needs to learn how to be present, but from the power of the 9, it makes it very uncomfortable to sit present, because there's no off switch for that power. Power is the ability to initiate change. So in this space, or rather lack of space between making a decision and all these outside influences that it jumps to help it make that decision, this comes from a place of not wanting to make a wrong decision. But if we zoom out just a bit, we realize that there's actually no wrong decision that you can make. You could follow the ego, you could follow the higher path, and if you follow the ego, it just puts you on a detour that gives you a perspective of views that you didn't have before. It's important to note that what is for you will never miss you. There's also an aspect of procrastination here, and this is usually finishing something 80% of the way through and not finishing it, or starting something and deciding to go jump to something else, saying you'll come back, but you don't actually do it. Or not wanting to start something, but not out of the fear of needing to know if it's going to succeed, because the 9s are intuitive, it already knows. But the fear here is the fear of success, the fear of finishing that project and what it would look like for you. There's also an energy of nostalgia here with other outside influences, because you could go back to the past or places to feel the emotion and say goodbye and close off the past and find a solution to it. This energy is all about learning who you are and what do you want. The 89s need to be able to balance themselves and come into power in a way that works for them to be of service to everyone, and not use that power to control or manipulate, because as they say, power does corrupt. But everyone has power within them, and when we all show up collectively to claim back that power and not be uncomfortable, although it is very uncomfortable to sit within that ability to make change, it's in that aspect that we collectively make change as a society and take back to reclaim power that's taken by very few to monopolize. If you're ready to see how these energies show up in your charts and how you can work with them to becoming the best version of yourself, go ahead and book a reading with me directly on my website. I'll never reach out to you first, and my link is in my bio. I love you. Have a good night.